I'm Helix, world record level Super Monkey Ball Speedrunner.
Hey, I'm Deadline, and I am an individual level specialist for Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania.
I think it's about time we touch on some speedrun strategies for one of my favorite parts of Banana Mania, Super Monkey Ball 1 Challenge Mode.
Ready? Go!
Super Monkey Ball 1 stages are categorized by their compact size and straightforward design. While most stages can be beaten incredibly fast, there's no shortage of brutal difficulty spikes presented throughout this category. The stages that usually trip people up are ones that really test the player's mechanics, like wire movement and air control. With this in mind, here are some crucial stage strategies to help you get started with SMB1 runs. On slopes, you can drop straight down into the goal using a safe bounce on the platform to your right. This will set you up so you can travel in an arc to the goal below. Even if you don't land in the tape, the confetti ball will likely catch your momentum and allow you to land safely in front of the goal. This strategy also works for skeleton in expert mode. Just be wary of where you land for the first bounce.
It's often overlooked, but good bonus stage play is essential to getting a good time in the SMB1 categories, and the fastest strategy is to simply fall out of them as quickly as possible. Escaping bonus grid can be tricky. My best strategy is to lock the camera and hold right, then switch to upright just after passing the last bumper. This one takes some practice.
Here's some fast strats for the 3 exam stages. For exam A, roll forward into the first right turn, then head for the corner trim. When falling to the lower section, continue moving forward and line up your bounce to clip this corner trim on the left. The resulting height will allow you to bypass the bridge section entirely. As soon as you spawn in on exam B, roll to your left until you hit the peak of the slope, then immediately roll towards the platform segment on your right. Continue up the banana bunch and fall down to the goal platform below. The majority of obstacles on exam C are unskippable, but you can save time on the checkered platforms by lining yourself up between the 2 rows with a bit of speed. The rest comes down to your execution, so be sure to practice your wire movement.
Tracer's red goal skips a whopping 6 stages. To easily reach it, hop over the right wall and land safely at the bottom, then turn the corner and roll toward it. If you really want to throw caution to the wind, the fastest but most difficult red goal finish involves holding upright just as the stage begins for about half a second, then turning around, ramping off the wall, and landing directly in the goal.
As the name choice implies, there are 2 options to get to this stage's green goal. For the first one, you'll want to lock the camera when spawning in by holding the right stick downwards. We're going to make use of a texture cue with a checkerboard pattern on the floor. Line up on the second column of checkers on the right. You'll want to be ever so slightly to the left of the center of this checker. If you're positioned correctly, you should be perfectly aligned to hold forward to the green goal. Alternatively, you can take an easier blue goal route and clip off of the last wire to your right, allowing you to bypass the green goal's wire entirely.
Puzzle can be a tough stage to beat quickly. Roll back on the starting platform as far as possible without falling off, then quickly roll forward and hope you make it across the gap.
Collapse and destruction both allow you to clip directly to the goal segment. For collapse, line yourself up with the rightmost row of gaps to get a clip while holding forward. Once you hit the second clip on the next gap, aim yourself towards the front-facing slope and rebound off of it to land on the goal platform behind you. It'll take some practice to get the movement down without bonking your head. Destruction is more straightforward, only requiring you to hit a clip on the first gap and immediately hold upright to get into the goal.
We've mentioned it a couple times already, but holding the camera down to lock it in place can be extremely helpful on some stages. If you're struggling with invasion, try using camera lock to help you see better and avoid fighting with the camera's usual rotation. On twin cross, lock the camera, roll left off the platform, line up on the 3rd column of squares, roll back a tad, then hold forward, and you should be able to skip across the stage. Finally, on Bridgemaster, lock the camera, then continue rolling forward after the first turn to skip the entire middle section of the stage, and skip again after turning right to bypass the final few turns.
Stamina Master is notorious for its extreme difficulty. Luckily, there is a full skip you can use to bypass the entire stage. Once you're past the wire ramp, you can use the L-shaped platform as a diving point to fall to the goal below. Ideally, you'll want to fall directly into the tape, which takes a lot of finesse. For those who want to play it safe, you can catch yourself on the inward curve of the slide and let it guide you into the goal. If you're feeling really ballsy, you can take a stab at the IL strategy. Hold forward until the peak of the wire ramp. Position yourself slightly to the right as you reach the peak, then flick neutral for a brief moment. Using the right edge of the wire ramp to nudge you, continue holding forward and adjusting to fall directly into the goal for a really fast time. I'm most comfortable with this strategy, but choose whichever works best for your playstyle.
I was taught this next skip on Checker by one of my viewers. Roll 3 squares forward on the left, then turn right and align yourself with the nearest goalpost. Once you're aligned, roll forward, and if performed correctly, you should bounce off the platform directly in front of you toward the goal, and hopefully can guide yourself in for a quick red goal finish. SMB1 challenge mode is a quick blast through precise stages. I hope these tips help you have as much fun with it as I do. In the next episode, Deluxe mode.
Go!